Stephen Houlahan, he was here early. Let's give Stephen a little minute or two to share what's going on in the Houlahan camp.
Thanks, Fran, and thanks everybody for the opportunity to be here. And I think Will summed up so well a lot of what we're looking at, both him and I. And I have this really cool thing I got, and that's right there. That's the official certificate that yes, we're moving forward, and it's so important. And so I heard someone say, and it was really cool. He said, once you get to this point, you hit Control Alt Delete, and then you move forward. Anything can happen. Now, I'm running against Darrell Issa, and this guy is an American oligarch. He is incredibly wealthy. He doesn't live in the district. And so, unfortunately, the actual registration is not in my favor in California 48. However, like Will said, there's a certain peak for the Republicans that they achieve in the primary, and they don't really surpass it in the midterm. And so Issa is actually vulnerable. He is very vulnerable. But what it's going to take is it's going to take Democrats actually showing up to vote. That's so important. And what's been going on? Roe v. Wade was overturned. Democrats need to get fired up and really need to get active. In Congress, they actually attempted to pass some laws and to allow a woman that if she lived in a state where abortion became illegal, that she would be able to travel to another state. And Congress stopped it. The Senate won't allow it to go through. They vote for it in Congress, but we need a bigger majority in Congress, and we need the Senate. And we're looking at a really uphill battle, unfortunately. I'm constantly looking at the statistics, and it's quite possible that if the Democrats don't show up, we could lose control of Congress. And so every single candidate is important, every single Democrat. And Darrell Issa needs to go. He's one of the worst. He's a veteran, and he voted against covering veterans' health insurance that are for veterans who are exposed to burn pits. How could he do this? Yet he'll go on Twitter and say, "Oh, I'm here for the veterans." And he voted against providing relief for global warming and and to increase the pay for firefighters. But yet yesterday he said, "God bless the firefighters for fighting all the fires in California." So they speak out of one side of their mouth, but they vote another direction. And so it's really important that everyone be involved. And the thing about Riverside is so many people in Riverside don't even know what district they're in, because we've sent out tens of thousands of emails to them and said, "Hey, welcome to California 48. I'm your Democratic candidate. I am the one." And they say, "Oh, I don't know." So it's just getting people the information so they understand what's going on. We got the endorsement from Alex Padilla. That was great. He reached out to us. We're getting all those big endorsements. We're looking at working with unions, trying to get the money we need into the campaign. But ultimately, it's about who shows up and who votes. So we have a fighter's chance. However, people in Riverside don't even understand what's going on with the redistricting. So spread the word, share the information. I put up my website. I put up my Act Blue account. Follow me on Twitter @electhoulahan. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook. All the social media is out there. Feel free to reach out. We're doing a lot as far as a lot of writing right now. Candidate statements are coming due. I'm sure Will's got his ready. I got mine ready. We got some expenditures we have to put out there. I'm looking for the endorsement of the local newspaper here in San Diego, the Union Tribune. I got it for the primary. I'm going to get it again for the midterm. And so all of these little things, they force multiply, and that's how we're going to win. And that's how we're going to take out that scoundrel, Darrell Issa. So thanks for your time.
Thanks, Stephen. Any questions for Stephen?
I'm an open book for you.
I don't have a question, but I want to point out, thank you for bringing up this point. This is the education of what district am I in? Because there's this disconnect between San Diego County and Riverside County. And so if you say, oh, well, the guy who's running for Congress down in San Diego couldn't possibly be mine. This is actually, I thank you for bringing that up, because we're gonna have to do our part to make sure that people know. So that's going to be a big deal. If you've got any ideas on how to just sort of get a blip, something short and punchy out there, hit me up, and or maybe we can brainstorm together to see how we can like get Marietta and Temecula aware.
Absolutely. And the registration up there, the reason why Will's race has changed, where you have a better chance for a Democrat to get in, is because so many of the Republicans were siphoned off from that district and put into the 48. And so one of the most difficult places to run for me is Temecula, is Marietta. And so, you know, what's good for Will actually ended up being a very negative as far as enrollment and registration. But we can still win, and we can't let any race go. We have to fight fiercely for every single congressional seat. So thanks, Bill. I look forward to working with you, continuing to work with you.
Yes, more of it.
Stephen, do you have Wildemar also?
I don't believe so. I don't believe so.
Okay, I wasn't sure where Wildemar falls in all of this. But,
I don't even believe it's all of Marietta. I believe that there's a certain portion of Marietta that's actually not. But I know it's all. It used to be half of Temecula, and then now it's all of Temecula, and then a large portion of Marietta. But I believe there's actually a cutoff at one point in Marietta.
Okay.
I think it's French Valley because I'm in Winchester, which is like across the street, which is still also technically French Valley, and I'm in Will's district, but barely. Like I'm right on the edge. There's like a weird little corner that cuts down in.
Okay. Thank you very much for showing up and giving us the information.